You guys, I got a great idea for the banionator. Yeah, that's what we're calling it now, the banionator. A longtime viewer, commenter named it the banionator. It's brilliant. I love it. We're not going to totally start over, but we are going to tear it apart. We're going to make major changes. We might not finish this episode. Okay, that was a stupid intro, but we're rolling with it. Here we go. Okay, one exciting little detail before we get started on radically changing the tone of this guitar for the better. I want to do a sweepstakes giveaway with this guitar, and I want to do it by selling you guys these little resonator guitar ornaments. If that sounds like a get-rich-quick scheme, trust me, it's not. I'm going to sell you these things really cheap, about what it cost me to make and ship them. It is going to be international too. I've got my shipping sort of worked out, and so I think we'll be pretty good to ship international, and I'm totally willing to ship the guitar international. Anyway, I'm going to give you a lot more info and detail on how to enter this sweepstakes giveaway at the end of the video. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't have all the details worked out yet, but hopefully by the time I'm done with this video, I will have all the details worked out. Super close, like that far from being ready to give you guys all the details on how to buy one of these to enter. Okay, let's change the tone of this guitar for the better and let's finish it. Okay, I got an idea I want to try on the banionator. Now, I really want to get the sound that's underneath the cone to come out somehow. Right now it's all trapped in there because there's nowhere for that sound to escape. So first thing we need to do is we need a pickguard with some F-holes in it. So here we go, we're back at pickguards again. We should change this channel name to Pickguards R Us or something. That's all we ever make is pickguards around here. Or maybe you guys remember in the last video, I had some trouble with one of my pickguards that I cut out on the CNC because I had my order of operations wrong. And I cut the outside shape first and then the inside shape and then it wobbled around. It was just a disaster. So here I'm remedying that and I'm trying to get it right. I rely a lot on any one of my 3 children who are amazing at machining and doing all this CAD CAM. But they're super busy in school right now. My youngest is in high school still and he helps me a lot. But he was really busy, so I was left to my own devices. I called my son and he was in a lab or something, or maybe taking a test, I don't know. I don't know what my daughter was doing. She didn't even answer the phone, so. And honestly, it was really, really good for me that I had to do that because I'm gaining a lot of confidence and starting to understand this whole process a lot better and making less mistakes. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about my progress on this CNC learning curve. So my daughter did actually call me back, but I had solved all my issues by then. So probably a good thing that she didn't take my call because I learned a lot without all their help. Okay, here's our pickguard we're going to use to test our new acoustic qualities. As you can see here, I nailed it on my third try. Okay, I've glued up 2 pieces of walnut. This one is going to be for a walnut pickguard because I know quite a few of you in the comments wanted to see a walnut pickguard on there. Well, I sort of have my doubts that this walnut pickguard is going to look great on there, but you never know. I mean, we are pickguardsrus.net.com.gov. You know, look us up on the interwebnet. We can probably make you 8 pickguards that you don't like either. And then this one is going to be for a ring that we're going to put inside the sound well to bring the depth of the cone up some. So that ring is going to go inside the sound well and it's going to bring the cone up some. That ring is going to have some holes in it that go into this cavity underneath the pickguard. And the reason we put F-holes in the pickguard is because I want some of that bottom end sound to hopefully come out of these sound holes. I don't know if this is going to work, and let's just see if we can make this thing sound better acoustically before we move on to making it sound great electrically. Okay, that's cool. Now we just got to get that ring out of there. Okay, here's our ring. It's going to fit right in there. Okay, this is a really wild thing to be doing at this late stage of the build, but since this is a prototype, I feel like we just go for it. I mean, we need to learn here. I want to make this thing sound better acoustically so that you can play it as an acoustic or an electric. I think that would be really, really cool. So I say it's worth this experiment. Okay, status update. So if you look at this ring, you'll see I have 2 indents on it there. I feel like that one's plenty big enough to get this experiment underway. So for now, we're going to put this ring back in here, line up these holes. So I'm going to string this thing up now and probably have to make a new saddle. Well, we know we'll have to make a new saddle. I'll have to put some work into making these look a little nicer because I don't like the way that looks, especially since we're going to have F-holes now and you'll probably see them in there. Yeah, you can see them slightly in there through the F-holes. So did we even gain anything with this experiment? Let's just figure that out first. Okay, never mind the out of tune. I'm just crazy excited. When I put my head down here and strum, I hear so much sound coming out of that hole. Okay, I think this experiment has proven to be somewhat successful. We just got to make it look really good because it doesn't look really good yet. It just looks okay, which is not okay. Okay, I'm betting you can guess what's about to happen right now. Yep, that was an excellent guess on your part. We painted the inside of that cavity black. Now that we've got our final pickguard shape and design worked out, I think we can go to the pickguard material that I ordered. I ordered another sheet of tortoise shell. I'm not super impressed with the shellness. I don't know, what would you call it? It has very little light and a whole lot of the dark, which maybe that's okay, but I don't know, I was just kind of hoping for a bit more tortoisey. Okay, tortoise shell's not bad. I'm not hating it. I don't know that I love it, but I'm not hating it. Okay, bevel the edges, countersink the holes, take the plastic off, you know, blah, blah, blah. I think it's just too red. Dang it, I wanted that to be it, but it's not. Man, it's a new day out here, and I've kind of been thinking how much I really like having that hole. I definitely don't regret making the hole in there like I did. In fact, I'm kind of wishing now that maybe I made a bigger access hole in there than what I have. I do want to run the piezo in it and the humbucker, but where do I put the switch? I was thinking about putting it in the hole for the F hole, but it would mean making that hole quite a bit bigger. I was thinking about putting it up there, but I'm feeling like I don't like it up there. Where to put the switch? As a player, I don't want this switch to be in my way. As a builder, it's got to look better than it does right there. It doesn't look good there. Over here might be cool. It looks like I may not have quite enough room to get this big old switch in there up against the body. This is a tough one. I'm not super excited about any of these switch locations. I don't know. Maybe I think I want to go here now. I don't know that it's going to fit there. Oh, I know. This F-hole on this MDF one is pushed further that way. In fact, if you look, you can see the body inside the hole there. So this one, it's further over than it is on this one. I'm sort of liking it over here all of a sudden. Now that that F-hole's further away, I think I can probably get the hole in there to fit. The problem is this switch, you know, the base of it's much bigger. I think I like it there better than anywhere else. So let's drill that hole right there. We made a hole. It's round. You laugh, but there's days around here where making a round hole is harder than you might think. Well, who made that too small? Okay, I hate that it blocks this F-hole. That just drives me crazy, and I don't like it like that, obviously. So I'm wondering if I'm deep enough here, it looks like I am, to use, you know, just a vertical switch so we don't see it under the F-hole. No. Goodness, how many of those can a guy have? No switch. I did find a switch, and it looks like it's going to work. The depth is good, so... Okay, I don't think we want one of these, you know, rhythm treble things on there. Oh, I know we don't because it's too big and it gets into the F-hole anyway, so we don't want those. Oh yeah, I think that's a good spot for it. It's better than any other spot I can think of. I definitely like it better than putting it up here. Okay, that works great in the guitar. It fits in there no problem. I think we've come up with our switch solution for now. Let's see what it's going to take to wire this piezo pickup and the humbucker to the switch and to the output jack. Should be super simple. I don't see any issues there. Let's get into that. I feel like these things could be a whole lot cheaper than that if this box wasn't so dark. I mean, look at this. That's got to be $100 extra. Look at that. Oh my gosh, a velvet bag. Come on, just put it in some bubble wrap and save me $100. Well, let me in. Okay. Okay. It looks like, I'm hoping my saddle fits in this slot. This is for sure attached onto there, so we don't want to take it off. We're gonna have to use this biscuit. It's kind of lame, doesn't say 92 on it. I don't know why they didn't put a 92 on there. And I don't like the material of their saddle anyway, and we're not using their jack. This is all I needed. That's a lot of money for that little thing. Okay, but whatever. Let's quit complaining about the price, and let's see if we can make this all work. Every time I look at this tortoise shell one, I like it less. So let's just make the black one, and we'll start working with it. We'll get the hole in there. We'll start wiring all this stuff up. How many of these have I made? This is the 8th pickguard I've made for this guitar. That $100 worth of Fishman packaging is coming in handy. It's making a bridge so I can lay my mini humbucker in there and get the holes in the right spot on the pickguard. Well, this thing's all strung up and tuned up. Okay, not perfectly in tune, but not bad. It sounds great and has a great range of sounds. I'm telling you guys, this hole, it changed everything for us. We're getting so much bottom end out of that hole. It's amazing. Okay, enough talking about the stupid hole, James. I've got my action all right where I want it. I've got my intonation good. Everything's like dialed on this thing right now. But we're going to have to take it apart and do all that again because I got to get this saddle into this thing. Man, I hope it's the same width because I really don't want to make another saddle. And it does not fit. It's too fat. Do we make that slot wider or do we make the saddle thinner? Let's just make the bottom of it fit in that slot and leave the width on the top because I like the width up here because it gives me a little bit of room to fiddle with intonation. I've never drilled a hole in a cone before. Am I nervous about it? Is the Pope Catholic? Yeah, I'm nervous. This seems like a crazy thing to be doing, but we don't have a choice. We got to get wires through here. For those of you that have never held one of these cones before, they're just like paper thin. Like they... Oh dang, this is sketchy. I mean, that was really easy. What was the big deal there? I feel like that's probably going to end up being sharp and eventually just tear through the wires. I'll put some heat shrink on the wire. You know what's a bummer about this whole thing is when you take the cone out, somehow you got to unhook the piezo. Should we put connectors in it? Maybe we should be putting connectors in it so that when you take the cone out, you can just unplug the piezo instead of unsolder it. That makes sense? I think I'm really good on the heights. My action might be a little high. The slot on mine is deeper than the slot on this one. So I'm probably a little high on the action, but we'll leave that the way it is for now. Okay, wiring's coming along really well here. Really, the only thing I have left to do is hook up these two piezo wires to these two leads right here. I haven't found a plug that I'm satisfied with yet, even though I've bought 3 different kinds now, and I don't like any of them. So I think for now, I'm probably just going to solder these together and heat shrink them. Okay, here's the deal. There's nothing exciting about wiring a piezo and a humbucker together with a 3-way switch. It's just standard pickup wiring and switch stuff. If you don't understand it, you don't need to. Just get on Seymour Duncan's website. They have a million wiring diagrams. Put in the most random concept you can come up with. They're going to show you how to wire it. Yeah, I'm happy with this wiring though. It's all really, really clean. All the grounds are protected, or I guess earths, as you metric people tend to say. Let's just solder these together and then we can bring an amp out here and test this thing. Well, one small setback. I forgot to drill the holes in the pickguard. You can see I've got all the electronics out of it now. I've got it lined up with the tortoise shell one so I can match it all up. Okay, bevel the edges, countersink the holes, take the plastic off, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say that's good enough for the girls I play for. Okay, action's definitely a little high, which is fine if you're a movie, but if you're a guitar, maybe not so much fine. Okay, I decided to get out the world's crappiest amplifier to see if the electronics work. So here is the piezo, middle, so both pickups, and neck. They work. Now let's get rid of this thing and let's play it through a real one. No, let's fix the action first, then we're going to play it through a real one. That's probably plenty. So it looks like I'm bringing this amp out prematurely because... So I was editing this video and my wife overheard me say, "That pickguard's good enough for the girls I play for." She laughed. She said, "Yeah, the pickguard's probably good enough, but what's not is that headstock." Now, she's been complaining about this headstock for a few episodes now. She doesn't like the grain on it. She says it looks like a piece of plywood. She's just not happy with that. And you know what? She's probably right. We need to make that better. So here we go, another adventure. Well, since we got to make a new headstock, let's improve the process. Now, if you guys remember, I used to do these inlays by hand, and it would take forever. Part of me sort of likes the idea that it takes a ton of skill, a lot of craftsmanship, patience. But part of me hates that it takes a ton of work, craftsmanship, skill, and patience. I don't think I'm going to miss doing it by hand. But check this out. This took about 48 seconds. And now I have a perfect cutout for my metal numbers. If there's a proper way to remove a headstock veneer, clearly I don't know it. Okay, that's going to be my new headstock overlay, but it's a little thick. So let's shave that thing down to the thickness we need so that it's good enough for the girls I play for. Okay, now we wait to put this thing together once again. All right, it's a new day out here, and I started out by just cleaning up because this place was a mess, and I'm so close to just wrapping up this thing and getting ready to just play it. That thing's really coming together nicely. While I was cleaning up, the highlight of my day happened. I got an email from Andy, and now Andy, pulling up his email here, Andy's a student, and I think he's in Australia? Well, I don't know, same place. He's going to build a brass Telecaster bass for his school project. It sounds like maybe he's high school age, I'm not sure. Obviously a nice kid, super well thought out questions in his email. He's just obviously intelligent. Part of his email here says, "Any tips at all would be huge help. Honestly, anything you think is worth knowing." So I don't know if you guys remember, but I made that copper Telecaster, and he's sort of using that as a reference, which I'm terribly sorry about, Andy. I'm really slow with the typing, so I decided, hey, let's just make Andy a quick video, because that's way easier for me to make a video. So I just rambled on and on and on and on, and I only covered 10% of what I wanted to tell him, but I think that was enough to overwhelm him for now. Super cool that he sent me that email. Hopefully, we'll get to see some progress on this thing. I'm really hoping his school project turns out great. Let's finish this banionator up, and let's play it. I mean, we're just so darn close right now. I can feel it. Okay, I haven't received any formal buy-in on this yet, but I think it's pretty good. This color matches the color of the back and sides, which maybe that's good or bad, I don't know. I kind of almost feel like maybe that should be black, but that does look pretty nice with the faux binding around it. Yeah, that's what we're going with. Okay, what do we think here? I think, other than it being covered in dust and all of that, and needing a handle on the cover plate, which I need to make, we're pretty much there. It's ready to play. Okay, what I figured out is this thing has just a huge range of tones. Like you could lead worship at church with that. You could take it to a party. That piezo's, it's plenty bright enough to rock and roll. You'd have to add some drive to it, but it's got that tone for the rock and roll stuff, right? Yeah, it's got that tone. I mean, come on, what can't you do with this thing? That'd be cool if I knew how to play it. I hear the train a-coming. Okay, I'm going to stop playing it because I don't know what to play for you guys. Okay, bad news. I still don't have all the details worked out for the giveaway, but I'm 99% now. So I'm going to drop another video that will tell you guys how to enter if you're interested in entering. What I have done is made a whole lot of these things. I've been making these things for 2.5 weeks. This guitar turned out amazing. Like, I'm super excited about it. It's just got so many cool tones and sounds, acoustically and electrically. I feel like I did not do it justice at all during that playing demo, but you never can on YouTube anyway. It just doesn't capture the sound like you would like. Thanks for following along on this build. This was a fun one. Even though I didn't anticipate that I was going to put that many hours into this build, it turned out really fun. I really enjoyed it. So I think next we're going to get into a tricone. I hope so. Maybe I'll sell enough of these to buy a sheet of bronze to build a tricone with, but at the price that these are going to be, probably not. Okay. Guitar super fun. It came out awesome. Let's give it away to one of you guys. Look for that video to drop soon. Thank you guys. See you soon. The giveaway. Have you lost your mind? Terms and conditions, rules, federal laws, regulations, shipping. What on earth?